Hello, one and all, and welcome to part 2 of my favorite figures of 2018. This time, it's all about the robots. Why is it all about the robots? My actual top 10 favorite figures of the year would literally just be this list, but one of them replaced with Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Goro. That's it. So I decided, hey, let's actually give action figures their own appreciation, and then let's give the robots their own list. Because honestly, I need to separate that because Transformers killed it this year. Gundam had some pretty good releases, but I didn't get all of them in enough time. Notable, I have the DJ on order, but I did not get the DJ in enough time. I figured the DJ would probably be on the list, but oh no, too late. Oh well. I also did not get the Rgsazabi, and I hear that's great, but I don't have it yet. Number 10 goes to Power of the Primes. Rodimus Prime. What can I say, man? He's awesome. I feel like on paper this is probably the best one because the only real problem this one has is the goofy shoulder joint. But it's kind of debatable if it's like the best one because not everyone's favorite Autobot is Rodimus, like me, because he's my favorite for some reason. But this figure is really great, man. I had to pick between Optimus and him and Primal, and this one's my favorite out of the three. I really do enjoy it. What can I say, man? To finally have a hot rod that transforms into Rodimus Prime all in one toy, it's really cool. It's like Hasbro saw that Protector armor that they released ages and ages ago and thought, hey, maybe we should do that. And they did a little better, to be honest. So yeah, there's number 10, good old Roddy boy! Power of the Primes really surprised me with number 9 by releasing Punch Counterpunch. They actually did this, and I'm astonished that they actually did. I'm very happy and fortunate to have this guy. I pre-ordered him way before he came out, and even then, they ran out of stock, so I had to wait like weeks and weeks for mine to actually come in. But what can I say, man? I'm happy. He's got the Autobot and Decepticon modes. I'm not going to fully transform him, but he's something else, man. He's really nice. He's not perfect, but I feel like when it comes to a really nice car transformer, it's been a long time since we've had one as interesting as this one. Because while it does have some similar elements to like the Chrome Dome, the Streetwise mold, it also has a lot of new interesting things going on with it. Like the fact that it has 2 robot modes. Because hello, what can I say? I love them. Couch Punter Couch is number 9. Number 8 goes to the real grade Tallgeese. Ooh, this one's nice. I have a few real grades, and this is probably the best one I have. Either that or the unicorn. I really like the unicorn, but I'm scared to death to touch it because I just feel like it's just going to blow up. But this one is really solid. The Tallgeese is a really, really solid kit. The sheen on the Tallgeese is astonishing. And the level of detail and intricacy they put into it is really, really good. I love the weapons he comes with. I love his sculpt. I just love the design of the Tallgeese. Gundam Wing is far from my favorite Gundam anime, but I love the Tallgeese. I love my boy Zex Maquis. So I figured, hey, why not get the RG? And I'm happy I did. Can we please have 1144 updated versions of the rest of the team, please? Seriously, come on. We need the rest of the Gundams. Number 7 goes to Studio Series Grimlock. Ah, man, Studio Series is certainly a toy line that I am a fan of because I actually, while I'm not too big of a fan of the Michael Bay movies, I have to admit, some of the designs and some of the toys are really cool. And I think Studio Series is kind of cherry-picking the ones that are actually cool. And I think Grimlock's movie design is really interesting. I wish he spoke. I wish he actually had a character. But I love his design. And I think the Studio Series version is pretty much as good as it's ever going to get when it comes to the look. I mean, it has the coattails. It has the 2 heads on the shoulders. It looks beautiful, man. Has no extraneous parts really hanging off of him. The only real issues that people have and upgrade kits have fixed is that he doesn't have a real right hand and he doesn't have his staff. But still, SS Grimlock is great. A lot of Studio Series figures were amazing. Shout out to Jazz, to Ironhide, to Megatron, to Blackout. All of those are not on the list, but they're amazing and I want to shout them out. Optimus as well. Voyager Optimus is great, even though that new one coming out looks even better. So number 6 yet again goes to another Power of the Primes entry, and that is Abominus. We got an Abominus. How did this happen? Man, I was worried we would never get an Abominus since Combiner Wars ended, and Titan's Return was kind of being like, yeah, we're kind of done with Combiners. And then Power of the Primes is like, no, we're not done with Combiners. We're going to make everyone a Combiner all over again. But hey, here's Abominus. Enjoy. Let's hope for the C-Cons. Let's hope we get the C-Cons eventually. But Abominus is just... This is probably the best normal standard size combiner we've gotten. It uses the amazing Superion body. The limbs are just really nice. I think every single figure has its own really nice qualities going on besides Sinner Twin. He's not the best, but he's still pretty cool, and I still like him. And I love Abominus. He's really nice. Having had the really subpar Legion Abominus from Beast Hunters, it's really satisfying to finally have a proper G1 Abominus. There's number 6. Now let's break into the top 5. Number 5 goes to the next Gundam on this list, and that is the HGUC Ground Gundam. What an awesome kit. Absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, he had an issue with the V-fin, where the V-fin on mine, just trying to cut it out of the runner, broke. So I took the V-fin from the Ground Wars set and just did a little bit of kit bashing to actually have a V-fin that was not broken. So yeah, if you get this thing, be careful about the V-fin. I wish I was able to get some other Gunpla that was released this year. I'm not really a huge 1/100 guy, so I didn't get ones that a lot of other people would really put on the list. I'm mostly a 1/144 guy. But this is great, man. It's really nice to have a really nicely articulated Ground Gundam. I feel like this guy's been on the list forever now, and I'm happy that he's still on the list. Gypsy Avenger. Oh, man. What can I say? I actually really enjoyed this movie. I actually really enjoyed Pacific Rim Uprising. It's not the best movie in the world, but I enjoyed it. And I really enjoy the Bandai Robot Damashi figures. I have all of them. And the sad thing is, I still think Gypsy Avenger is the best. I still think he is. He was also the cheapest, too. All of the others were $30. Gypsy Avenger was just $20 to kind of get people introduced to the line. And I have no real problem with that because, hey, if you're only going to get one, get the main character, and it's also probably the best figure. Shout out to Obsidian Fury as well for being amazing. But he's just not as dynamic, in my opinion, as a good old Gypsy Avenger here. So there's number 4, I think. We're getting into the top 3 now. Number 3 comes from a pure bias I have for loving Brawl. It's Studio Series Brawl. Pure bias. Absolute pure bias. This is not the best Studio Series figure, but it is certainly my favorite. I'm so happy to finally have a nice screen-accurate movie Brawl. And what can I say? This is a really nice figure. It doesn't really have a lot of extraneous things going on, besides the tank turret, which I really wish could have, like, swung to his side. But, oh well, like Armada Megatron style, that would have been cool. But the paint's really nice on him. The color of green is superb. I think his head sculpt. I've always really enjoyed the face design on movie Brawl, but the funny thing is, the whole time I really thought, like, that part right there you're seeing was like his mouth, but no, his mouth is beneath that. So that kind of blew my mind a little bit. I'm happy this exists, and if a third party like KO Company decides to make it really big and even cooler, I'm not sure if I can say no to that. Really not sure I can. I was trying really hard not to mention number 2 when I was talking about Abominus, but now I can actually talk about him. This was my Christmas present this year. I raised the camera hoping it would have been high enough, but it's still not. It is Power of the Primes, Predaking. Whew, man, this thing is something to behold. I think it's a little better than Devastator. I'm not gonna lie. I think the robot mode just comes together a little more solidly than Devastator did. I just think the design is a little cooler than Devastator, because a giant green construction guy is not really as cool as a giant fiery monster man. And giant fiery monster is exactly what this badass giant Decepticon is. And on top of that, all of the individual figures are actually pretty good. Unfortunately, I think Rampage is probably the worst one. the left arm there. Well, his left, you're right. But I think I'm actually really surprised how good the leg guys are. I think they're just really, really good. And what can I say, man? We finally have a Predaking. Can we get the Seacons next? I'd love the Seacons. It's so random and weird, but I'd love to have them. Anyways, there we go. If you've been following my channel, number 1 should not come to a surprise to you. It should not. It's been like number 1 on these lists for half of the year, and it's still my number 1. This is my absolute number 1 favorite action figure of the year. That is the Legendary Toys LTO Optimus Prime. I'm a fan of the movie design of Optimus Prime, and I think this figure is perfection. I'm not sure why the white balance has been so weird today, but hopefully it's good enough so you can really get a nice, solid look at how amazing this figure is. He's so shiny and silver, I think he's probably largely responsible for why the white balance is just going off. He looks amazing. He's like the Revenge of the Fallen leader Optimus, perfected. He is amazing and perfect, and I love him. He is my favorite Optimus Prime. He's my favorite Transformer figure, maybe. I still love Music Label Soundwave for a lot of like sentimental reason. He's probably my number 1, but this is definitely my number 2 favorite Transformer of all time. My favorite Optimus Prime figure. It is amazing. Now, granted, yes, I'm pretty sure the Masterpiece Optimus came out in 2017, but the Legendary Toys version did not come out until 2018, as far as I know. As far as I know, and if I'm wrong, I do not care. I really don't. So don't bother even telling me if it came out in 2017, the Legendary Toys version. The reason why I feel like the Legendary Toys version is very superior is because look at the paint. It's amazing. And he also fixes a lot of the weird tolerance issues with the transformation. And it's the definitive one. It's kind of unique enough to be separated from the original. That's why I consider it like a 2018 proper release. So there we go, man. Legendary Toys, LTO Optimus Prime. LTO1 is also really good. He's not on this... LTO1 is also really good. He's not on this list, but he's probably going to be on another one. The other list is going to be my top favorite pickups of the year. I think it might have to be a little more than 10. I'm not sure what the exact numbers are going to be just yet, but that's going to be part 3 of this top figures of the year series. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at the robot list. I really did enjoy making the robot list. Honestly, what I would have done if I would have just made the normal list and not even talked about the action figure one, I probably would have just removed Punch Counterpunch and just like shifted it a little bit and then put Goro as number 2. It's probably what I would have done. But there we go. There's my list. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links down in the description below, as well as my P.O. Box address if you want to send me some meme-erific goodness. Hope you all had a wonderful new year, because this is filmed on New Year's Eve, but it's probably going to be uploaded by 2019. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.